To start, you're going to pour 4 cups of water into a pot. And then I have here is 1 onion. I have it cut in half. And so with one of those halves, I'm going to cut it into 4 quarters. And I'm going to use that for my broth. And the other half we're going to use for the noodles. Next, I have a whole ginger root. I'm going to slice that. I'm using about half of a whole one. And so now we're going to pour the onion and the ginger into the water. So for the broth, we're going to need a couple of spices. To start, I have Star Anise. You're going to need about 1 of those. And then also you're going to need cloves. So I put in 1 whole Star Anise. And then we're going to add in about 4 cloves. Now, normally you want to toast your spices before you put them in the water, but I just forgot to do that. But the flavor will still come out. And then also you want to add in 1 cinnamon stick. Next is about 2 tablespoons of premium fish sauce. And also I got all of my ingredients from Publix and Walmart, so I didn't have to go to an Asian market to find some of these items, but yeah. Next, you're gonna add in your beef paste. This is a key ingredient for flavoring. It's called Better Than Bouillon roasted beef base, and I'm adding about a tablespoon of that. So I'm gonna let this come to a boil, and we're gonna let it boil for about 20 to 25 minutes. And here I have some salt. We're gonna add that in for flavoring. And then we're gonna add in about a teaspoon of brown sugar. And here are the toppings for the pho. So we're gonna need some onions. Right now I'm gonna cut that in half. I cut half of the onion in half, and you want to chop that paper thin for you to put in the pho. And then also I have a jalapeno that I had previously used, and I have half a lime. And normally you want to cut up some green onions, but I don't have that here today. But if you want to, feel free to. And so after I have my onions thinly sliced, I'm gonna put them onto the plate. Next, I'm gonna cut up my lime into threes. And then I'm just gonna take my raw jalapeno and thinly chop that. And then I have my cilantro. So you're just gonna finely chop that up as well. So after that, I'm just gonna put my cilantro with all my other toppings. And so I had to turn down my broth. It was cooking a bit too high, but it is almost done. I'm just trying it now to see how it tastes, and it tastes pretty good. You might need to add a bit more salt as it cooks. And also, you want to go ahead and remove the star anise and some of the cloves because it can become a bit too powerful. So you just want to remove those. And so since this isn't that much broth, it's only going to take about 20, 25 minutes and it's done. So now I'm going to prepare my water for my rice noodles. So I'm going to pour in 5 cups of water into a pot. We're going to let this come to a boil before we put in our rice noodles. So since this is a beef pho, you want to use beef as a topping. So here I have here some chopped up steak. I believe it was top sirloin. I can't remember, but it's just some steak that I cooked in the oven and chopped it up. Usually, it recalls for like a finely chopped steak, but I just cooked some steak and chopped it up very thinly. So now my water's coming to a boil, and I have my rice noodles. These are angel hair rice noodles. I got them from Publix, and I'm gonna add in about half of those into the water. You want to let these cook in the water for about 2 to 3 minutes, not too long because they'll overcook and become really mushy. So it's been about 3 minutes, and so now I'm just gonna drain my noodles and then set them to the side. So now I'm gonna prepare my bowl. So I'm just gonna put some noodles in there. And then I'm gonna put in my thinly sliced onions, followed by my jalapenos, then the cilantro, and then my steak. And I also forgot to drain my broth, but it's okay. Just try not to get any of the ginger in it, unless if you like it in there. So I'm just pouring that with my noodles now. So this is the final product. It looks really good and it tastes even better. So I hope you guys give it a shot. Thanks for watching and like and subscribe for more.